So good afternoon and welcome. I am here to talk to you about the Socomec experience of Jaya. So I am Christophe Huot. I am responsible of technical development of website at Socomec. Socomec is an independent manufacturer in low voltage electrical network that build custom electrical feature. Socomec is about 1,000 years old. We are 3,000, about 3,000, 1,000 in France and the rest in all over the world. We have 9 production sites all over the world, in China, in India, in Italy, and 3 in France, in the east of the France, near Strasbourg. And we have about 30,000 customers. So here are the first business application we developed is UPS, so uninterruptible power supply, rectifiers, static transfer system, etc. The second application we sell is switches, load break switches, and fuse. We also sell solar power equipment that are UPS and switches designed for solar. And we also have network analyzer for energy efficiency. So it's a full solution designed with software and some measurement equipment such as multifunction meter, energy meter, network analyzer. So here are the 4 applications we have, and all this is target for mainly for business to business. So we have industry, customer, building, critical building infrastructure, renewable energy, and EOM. That are our customer. So our 3 segment. So all this, here is our turnover. And to understand why we choose Jaya as to support our website all over the world, we have to understand that we have a very international presence, not only in the factory, but mainly in the subsidiary and the distributor. So here we see that in Europe we are organized with subsidiary, and in other countries we have distributor. So for the Socomec website, actually I should say all the Socomec websites, because we have 21 several Socomec websites. We have a real need of internationalization. So just to have a look at the history of the website all over the history. In 2002, the first website was done in ColdFusion. And in 2008, we decided to migrate to JS 5 because of the international aspect of Socomec. After this migration, we implemented several European websites. In 2010, some Asiatic websites, and in 2011, the rest of the website. After several years of use of Jaya 5, we decided to migrate to Jaya 6.5. And it was a one-year development. So in 2010, we begin with the first POC, proof of concept, with the Jaya 6.5 beta version. We developed on this version for 3 months, and after a while we decided to stop the development because the CMS was not perfectly stable. So we stand by, we wait for the next release, and the release of the Jaya 6.5 came in summer 2011, and we decided to restart the development at the end of the year. So the first step was to build a proof of concept, to pass through to confirm that the tools was okay. And after this, we had a 1 year development. We use the unified process to implement the module first, and a module to transfer data. After a phase of elaboration, we start construction of other module. And at the end, we transpose and we deployed the system in production. So it was a 1 year development. And since in last year, we implemented in this new version the Australian, French, India, UK website. The German, USA, IT, and Spanish website came next, and the other country has been done in the rest of the year. So this project needed several persons. So I was responsible of the development of the system. Communication department was responsible of CSS design and edition. Another web project manager and the contributor were at the marketing side for the product. And we asked to Vegas Deluxe, a design agency in Strasbourg, to make the design. We used support of Atos to implement the design in the system, and we request a search engine optimization expert for the optimization from WARM Mulhouse team. And of course, all over the process, we need it's important, we need Jaya support to implement the migration. I'd like to have a focus on something maybe a little bit technical, but to see how we separate data from display in the website. So in this very simple example, we have a content that is an article with a title, a publication date, a file that is, in this case, a PDF and a description. It is stored in the GCR, so in a special site that is named system site in the content folder. And all content of type article are stored in this system. We have category that we can use to link content, and in the Socomec.fr site, we link also to the category. That gives us the possibility to display only the articles that are concerned by the French website. This is the way we use the category to separate display from presentation. Another way is for the documentation. Here we see that we also use the folder implementation to see to have the display of the documentation. Another example for product. Here we use the category to display content several times in the same context, in the same site. So we have the same content displayed several times in the site. Last screen I want to have a look at is how we transfer data from Jaya 5 to Jaya 6. So it's pretty simple in this sheet. We exported Jaya 5 in XML5, And we used the REST API of Jaya 6.6 to upload file from the old system to the new. XML parser to parse XML and inject content. So we injected file, content, page, product, article, documentation, picture, etc. All type of content that are in our website. And this is injected in GCR. Okay. Do you have any question?
With all the different country sites, all the different translations, did you guys run into issues with the layout? Some languages are longer, shorter than...
Yes, of course. The design is implemented to take this consideration and to adapt when we have some content different. It should display well. Yes.
So did you have to make adjustments based on the design, or you guys had the design that would?
Yes. The design adjusts automatically. Yes.
But initially, did you take this in consideration, knowing that this will grow and be available in many countries? Or initially there was one size and you never changed it and it fits?
No, it's evolved.
It evolves.
It evolves, of course.
To modify things, or it was initially think for that?
No, absolutely not. It's the size of the. If I understand well, you are talking of the size of the display. The size of the display evolve automatically depending on. I'm not sure I can have an example.
Ce que je voulais savoir, c'est initialement, est-ce que vous avez pensé de responsive et la partie adaptation en fonction des langues à venir? Ou initialement, ça a été fait d'une certaine façon et retouché puisque ça allait expandre à plusieurs langues? Parce que, évidemment, le même mot en français, en anglais et en allemand.
Yes, of course. Yes. Ça a été pensé initialement, oui. It's been built in the CSS initially. Maybe we create one virtual instance of website for each website. So you have an instance for global, an instance for Germany, an instance for Italy, an instance for all. But all what you see is just for the structure of the page. And if you are looking at the content, you will see that all the content that is displayed is not in the context of the website, but is in context of another site that is system site. Content are translated, and all very useful content in system is in outside the context of the website. So we have 21 websites where we manage only the page, only the page tree.
For you it was easier to have all the content in the system site and then build one website for each language instead of having what you had for J5 where you had one website with 20 and 25 languages?
Yes, no question to have one website for each language. What you see here is very dedicated to a country, a distributor, or a subsidiary. So it's we have in a subsidiary we have specific people that will that will manage page at their level. So here you can see how the design display when you have longer word. The design is implemented, is done to have this component. So here I switch to in the menu or there. Okay, you see very long words they display. They are okay.
Do you have any Eastern languages like Arabic, Farsi?
Eastern language, Russian.
But we'll start from right to left versus left.
No, we don't have a Russian, Arabian or Chinese. But even Chinese, they write in from left to even then. The website is still the Chinese website. I don't show you because it is still in China and it's very long to display.
So there's one single website and every data lives inside it. So if you navigate from Germany or Canada or United States, it's always the same websites that answers the request.
Actually, no, it's not the same WhatsApp. It's the same content.
Okay.
So, and you choose on each content what you want to display. Here you see, okay, we have a content here. Hop, comment j'en sors? Ah, à gauche. Hop, non? Ah, il veut plus. Il est mort. Ah, il est en train de charger une page. He's loading. When you see a product in the context of the page, this product has been categorized to say, I want to see this product in this page. C'était quoi la question?
And it becomes available in every language.
And it becomes available in every language. It's translated in the context of the data store, and it's displayed in the context of the website.
So by default, Jaya is great to manage content in an in-context mode. But on a lot of projects, you have the choice between either implementing your content directly into the page, but for a project like that, you need a repository of content and with an out-of-context creation. And after that, multiple portals that take the same source of data. And the choice of Christophe here was to define a way to make requests from those different stores directly into the centralized repository of products, and the requests are based on categories. So as a matter of fact, you have the benefit of the in-context edition to manage the look and feel, the localized information that are really dedicated for each website, but the centralized aspects that must be controlled, meaning the catalog of product, is really centralized, and request shows exactly the same content with multi-language, of course, with different presentation, but there is a clear separation between the content in a silo and the presentation with a different front. So here again, and this is not true for the other software, where you have to choose either if you want an out-of-context edition and publish that into a portal, i.e. Liferay, for instance, or having something that is really in context but cannot support the out-of-context edition. With Jaya, you can really implement the right solution for the right purpose. So here, make perfectly sense for the catalog of products, but no sense for managing the rendering and what is around the catalog.
And is there any specific interface for web editors to contribute content which is available for many languages?
Of course, yes,
they
yes.
use the file manager, the common file manager, and
No, they navigate the interface of Jaya through the JSRR.
okay.
It's not a simple management of the JSRR. It's an interface Jaya developed to navigate in the JSRR. Je ne sais pas si on peut la montrer, non, je l'ai pas en stock là.
Are there mirrors? Does the centralized JCR database, is there mirrored across different countries, or is all available? All the sites pull from the same repository?
It's a data store of all the specific content, the site, display, the menu, the page, and make requests in the data store to display the content.
And do you replicate this data store for
Absolutely
instance in
not.
Chinese, or it's
No.
centralized?
For Chinese?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't hear. For Chinese,
That's the question.
Chinese is a very specific and delicate case because Chinese has a great firewall. So we cannot access, if you try to access a Chinese website, you can, and you will see something, but it takes time, and the Chinese are not okay to spend 10 seconds to wait for a page. So we decide to buy a provider in China and to implement the system in China in a server in Shanghai, I think. Yes, the server is in Shanghai.
And you have a synchronization between the catalogs,
No.
or this is a dedicated
No,
catalog?
no, no, no. They have their own catalog. We have a project because we have a tools, a system that where we manage our products or our catalog. That is not Jaya, that is the next page. And we have the project to inject content from this catalog in Jaya. So at last, even content update will not be done anymore in Jaya. We inject every day, we synchronize the two systems, and content is updated in the website.
So it's once a day.
Once a day, yes, or I don't know, maybe.
And again, the REST API, Christophe has been used for importing the content from the previous version of Jaya to the next one. It's exactly the same we can use to import from on a regular basis or to migrate from a previous system to Jaya. It's exactly the same thing. But the good thing here is inside the platform we have a rules engine, Jules from JBoss. And you can really generate rules of import and what happens after the import, creation of submails, import of metadata, taxonomy, tags, and so on. And if you have a centralized repository of data with category, you can extract, and we have, for instance, inside our core, Solar, and you can extract all those different tags and facets and build on the fly all the tools to filter the information or make requests in order to navigate into a repository of content created by import. So there is no in-context creation. It's really a pure import per batch, and you can automate that every day or one time as you want. Again, it's a question of choice, but you have all the tools. You do not have to integrate Jules or whatever other technology. It's already here, and the right version of Jules is working with the right version of Solar, with Lucene, with Jackrabbit. We make that for you, and you go through our API, our RESTful API, a simple HTTP request, either for consume information sent by Jaya, or to write information in our content repository, but having the benefit after for the front end to deliver whatever user experience you want.
How many contributors do you have in parallel at any one time on the same instance?
Actually, we have three contributors in headquarters, another one in management team, two in management team. We have a contributor in Romania, we have contributor in Germany, we have other contributor in Spain. So each of these contributors are allowed to do something. The communication team is a webmaster, so they are allowed to do about everything. And the contributor in the distributor in Spain, Germany, are allowed to update the content on the home page of their country.
Thanks, Christophe.
Thank you very much.